More than 1,000 years ago, in a cold corner of Northern Europe, a people emerged unlike any others, men whose very name was enough to ignite fear across kingdoms. The Vikings, warriors of the sea, legends of battle, and a story far deeper than most imagine. But who were these warriors really? Were they nothing more than ruthless raiders? Or were they the greatest explorers history had ever known? The truth is, they were both. They came from Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, lands of icy mountains and stormy seas, where only the strongest could survive. In the year 793 AD, everything changed. The Viking raid on the monastery of Lindisfarne in England shocked the world. Longships emerging from the mist, warriors with blonde hair and gleaming axes, and from that moment, the age of the Vikings began. But they didn't stop at England. They sailed to France, Ireland, and Spain, traveled deep into rivers, reached Russia, and even made it to the Middle East. And the strangest part? They reached North America, 500 years before Columbus. For the Vikings, the word impossible simply didn't exist. Yet the world's image of the Vikings was never complete. Behind the shields and axes, they were farmers, craftsmen, and traders. They believed in powerful gods, Odin, Thor, Loki, and lived in a society that honored courage, loyalty, and glory. They weren't monsters. They were a people searching for greatness. Their true strength wasn't in their numbers, but in their ships. Long ships that cut through the ocean like arrows. Light, fast, and able to slip into the narrowest rivers. No one ever knew where the Vikings would appear, or when they would strike. And that was the source of Europe's fear. Then in the year 1066, the end arrived. The Battle of Stamford Bridge in England claimed the life of the famous Viking king, Harald Hardrada. And with him, the Viking Age came to a close. Over time, the Vikings blended into the kingdoms of Europe, but their impact never faded. And even 1,000 years later, the Vikings live on, in stories, in legends, and even in the blood of millions today. History does not forget, and the Vikings were never just warriors. They were a legend,